Okay. I think. Okay. So, Seven, read my DM. I think I sent you like the first story I ever wrote. I think we might have time for that if you're down.
Bro, you had to leave at 11 or 10:30. It's 11:38.
I don't
10:38.
have to. I don't have to leave until 11, my time.
All right, we're reading the first chapter.
Okay.
How many characters are in this first chapter?
Oh Lord, what is this?
I don't remember. I wrote it when I was like
All
15.
right, you know what? We're just going to decide who's who. You were 15. You published this in 2024.
Yeah, I had to dig it up and publish it again.
Is
Why
that
did
the
I-
excuse you're going for?
When did I upvote this?
Well, you upvoted, downvoted, you bastard.
No. Okay, so this is by Mike White. This is Mugani's troll account alt, which is, yeah, that's about right. It's called Legacy.
Link it in the chat.
Link it. Here, I'll do it.
No, it's too late.
And,
I got it.
like, I mean our group. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank
Oh,
you.
and in here? Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I just wanted to do reading the story to balance out making you cringe, so it's time to make me cringe.
All right, Legacy. Rarity runs into a gang and Rarity runs into a gang and barely escapes with her life. Now the gang begins searching for her and ends up taking over Ponyville. Now the main six and the citizens of Ponyville have to find a way home in order to survive. Without any way to contact Celestia and the world growing cold, how can they win this war over the gang and themselves? This is my first story that I posted on the site and in time for the new episode. Best way to read this is in light mode. All right, one sec. Yeah.
Is this some sort of troll?
So was this actually
No.
written? Was this actually your first story and then you just put it on this account instead?
It was, but the message where I said posted on the site in time for the new episode, I was actually going to like redo this entire story and include it as like an ARG where like this character is like living in 2014 still, and
Okay.
it's going to be read in 2014. So I was going to do cool stuff with it, but I just decided not to.
All right.
But, like, yeah.
So Alex, you're going to be Rarity, of course, because she sounds British.
Right. You know,
Let me see who
Gio's
else is
also
in-
British.
I understand that. I'm going to find another character for Geo.
Okay.
Geo is going to be Sweetie Belle.
I hope.
This is his high pitched voice.
Missy is going to be Twilight.
Okay.
I'll be the narrator.
No, you won't. I'm narrating.
It's my story.
You're going to be. I don't give a fuck. You're going to be the stallion.
fine.
You're the
That's
guy who
His name,
works.
his name is Clockwork.
Okay, well, we'll find that out, won't we? So, anyways, welcome to Manhattan. Dear Diary, my sister Rarity got me this diary, so I decided to use it. Yeah, actually, Geo, I'm gonna read. You read these Dear Diary parts, Geo.
Okay. Dear Diary, my sister Rarity got me this diary, so I decided to use it. She's been acting strange ever since the incident with our home. Something is up and it's up to me and the rest of the Cutie Mark Crusaders to find out. I just hope Rarity is feeling better though. Dear Diary, Button Mash joined with us in the Cutie Mark Crusaders. He doesn't really care, but his mom says he just has to go outside and make more friends. I fucked that up.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Dear Diary, today I saw Rarity yell at a mare today. I'm beginning to become afraid of her. Dear Diary, I'm scared. Rarity told me I had 5 minutes to pack my stuff and leave Ponyville. I'm hearing a lot of screaming outside. I hadn't had much time to write this, so I wrote quickly. I looked out of the window and saw more houses on fire. It made me cry. All those ponies. I don't want to find out what's going on, but I think I am about to find out. I actually feel sorry for Rarity though. She left me with Twilight and I brought a whole bunch of stuff. All Rarity has left is her glasses. I worry she is getting sick. Dear Diary, Rarity has been getting cold. Today she yelled at me, which made me cry again. It's like she is mad at every pony. We left Ponyville... Wait, hang on. We left Ponyville along with others. I just don't get it. Every other pony is sad, but Rarity seems frustrated.
Ponyville. All right. I hit end on
Real quick.
accident. No. Wait,
No,
you
that's
put
important.
too many of this. You put
This-
too many of the fucking underscores.
This is something important I want to mention. This is the version FimFiction would allow me to post. This is the one they allowed me to post.
All right,
because
okay, fair enough.
that's how bad the original was.
1 week earlier.
Sweetie Belle, you must hurry up. The train will leave in 1 hour.
Said
Like
Rarity
that?
to her little sister. Absolutely. Still no response. Sweetie Belle has been up in her room for almost 2 hours. I like how you're swapping between like past and present tense in the middle of these fucking sentences, by the way.
It's part of my style.
Yet it took her this long to pack her bags. Finally, Sweetie Belle came down the stairs with 3 bags and a stuffed doll Rarity made for her a few months ago. It was nothing but a bear, but if you told that to Sweetie Belle, she would say something like,
No, it's a trophy.
or,
It's a gift from a very great mayor.
sure, she went overboard when some pony made fun of it, but it is just another souvenir to show how much she appreciates her sister. Rarity sighed in relief that she was finally ready.
Well, you took your time. Why did it take you so long to pack?
She said as her and Sweetie Belle walked out the door.
I couldn't figure out what to bring, so I just looked for some of my favorite toys.
She replied while looking at her big sister. Rarity stared back and said,
Your toothbrush?
Got it.
She replied again. Rarity was walking as if she was on ice. She tried to keep her stance, which was the only thing keeping Sweetie Belle from noticing. Since the incident last week, it has been harder for Rarity to get around. Every pony in Ponyville knew what happened except for Sweetie Belle. She asked them all if they were talking about it. Stop talking about so Sweetie Belle doesn't know. What the fuck happened in this paragraph? Everything seemed okay, sort of. And then the end of that paragraph happened and it all broke down. Look, it all broke down so quickly.
Keep going. We're on a time crunch.
That didn't matter right now, though. She had to focus on getting to Twilight's house, who promised to watch over Sweetie Belle while Rarity goes on a vacation.
Left hoof, right hoof. Left hoof, right hoof. Come
No,
on,
you have to
Rarity.
redo that. It's a capital H in the second left.
Andrew,
hoof.
we're on a time crunch. Please don't do this the whole time, please.
Yeah,
Please.
come on. This is the
This
speed run.
is Muggeny's fault.
I wanted to do this. It is my fault, but I'm still down for this. Go.
I'll do it quickly. Left hoof, right hoof, left hoof, right hoof. Come on, Rarity, keep your posture, don't slouch, walk straight, keep from falling, quit being so dizzy.
She thought. Finally, she wasn't so dizzy anymore and could walk normally again. The library was in sight. All she had to do was make it there and hope she doesn't get dizzy again.
Few more steps. There.
They had finally arrived. Rarity knocked on the door with her hoof and heard a quick rustle. A few seconds later, Twilight Sparkle, Princess Celestia's student, the element of magic, the new... Are you serious, bro? 3 fucking descriptors for her.
Go.
The new princess opened the door. She smiled at the sight of seeing the purple mare once again. She never got tired of seeing all her friends' faces. Pinkie Pie was a big party animal that will throw a party now matter what you do. Once Applejack ate 3 buckets... Fuck you, I can't eat all these apples. During a bet with Rainbow Dash. To celebrate her victory, she threw a party. Rainbow Dash just seemed more of a jock than a mare. You already described Applejack. Fine. Applejack was a hard worker who would never quit her job no matter what she did. Fluttershy was basically always scareder than a mouse is. Every little noise would make her jump. Twilight was a bookworm that became Princess Celestia's student when she was a filly, and Rarity, well, she liked fashion. That was the worst paragraph of fiction I think I've ever read. When it comes to describing characters, at least. Twilight Van said,
Hello, you two. Sweetie Belle, you ready?
Sweetie Belle Van nodded at the purple mare that would be taking care of her for the week. She went inside and sat her stuff down, then sat down in a chair. Twilight Van turned to Rarity and spoke.
You sure can get around, since the week. Oh, you should.
My stomach hurts. I think I'm building abs from this.
Rarity smiled as she replied,
Relax, darling. I will just be in Manhattan for no more than a week, but I'm concerned for you. Sweetie Belle can be a bit of a troublemaker sometimes. You sure you can handle her?
I'm sure I can handle her.
she answered.
In fact, I decided to let her friends stay the night too, so I'm sure she isn't too upset that you're leaving. She doesn't care. She hates you guts.
Yeah, true. Rarity gasped, Van whispered.
Do they know?
Twilight rolled her eyes playfully.
Relax. I made them promise not to say anything. Now go. You are going to miss the train.
Twilight said before shooing Rarity and closing the door. Rarity got a watch out of her saddlebag with her magic and flipped it open. She was right. 10 minutes till the train leaves. She amid a tally. I need a second.
Vanessa,
Hold on. That's the thing that broke me tonight. She amid a tally made a dash for it while at the same time muttering in her head,
Late, I'm late.
That was before she realized she was going the wrong way. Lucky she only wasted a minute. She then turned around and ran the other direction, the right direction. It took 5 minutes to get there with only 4 minutes to spare. She didn't hey as a tat. She bought a ticket and jumped on the train. Why she didn't have bags full of stuff was actually one of the reasons why she was here. To relax. That's all she wanted to do is relax. She found a seat next to a gray stallion reading a newspaper. He had long white hair tied back in a ponytail. He also had yellow-brownish eyes. She couldn't see his cutie mark, though, because of his long mane.
I'm sorry. I just want to say what the source of inspiration for this character was. This is based off the governor from The Walking Dead.
Okay, Mr. I wrote Hasatat and a Metatally.
I just wanted to show what an edgelord I was when I wrote this.
Right,
Hello,
Twilight,
sir.
she said.
It's me, isn't it? It's not Twilight.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead then, restart.
Okay. Hello, sir.
She said.
Mine if I sit here?
He didn't say anything. He just snarled and scooted a little so she could sit. She turned to him and said,
Why, thank you, darling. Would you mind telling me why you're here?
He saw mine again and laughed.
It's like she's making puns, isn't it?
I know. Stallion sighed and muttered.
Family reunion.
Rarity jumped in on that.
I'm going to see an art show tomorrow, and I'll spend the rest of the week doing basically thing.
The stallion put down the newspaper, got up, and moved to a different corner. He just leaves instantly. He's just so done with Rarity.
She's talking like she's drunk.
I know. Rarity sighed and lied down on the now empty seat. The art show she was going to was actually an invitation to the grand opening of the Manhattan National Museum art exhibit. The only problem was that Prince Blue Blood would be hosting it. As long as Rarity kept her distances from him, though, everything would be all right. And after what happened at the Grand Galloping Gala, he was for sure going to keep his distance, too. The train stopped in Manhattan an hour before dark. She boarded off and went in the direction of the motel she would be staying in. She would have gone to a hotel, but she wanted to try new things. New things were always on her mind. Before she could think of anything else, she noticed a store that seemed to catch her interest. A bookstore. She did promise to get Sweetie Belle something during her stay here. Why not a diary? Period, by the way, no question mark. The only diary she has ever written in is the one that Twilight found in the castle Princess Celestia used to live in. That wasn't even a private diary. Rarity walked in the bookstore and heard the bell ring when she opened the door. Ding ding. The same noise she heard whenever So Pony came in to buy a dress. Rarity started to look around and only saw books Twilight might want. Maybe she was in the wrong place? As she turned back to walk outside the door, there! She saw it. A book with a locket on it. It was rusted, but it will have to do. She picked the book up with her magic and flipped it open. How'd she open it if it had a locket on it? As expected, all the pages were blank. She walked to the counter and placed the book on it. An elder stallion walked up to it and said, "Oh,
that was
okay, that's you.
our
Fine,
only. Who?
You
Wait.
go."
Okay. That was our only one in stock. You were lucky that
No. You're gonna read that as you wear.
Oh,
you wrote this.
You were lucky that nobody else got it before you. Hang on, let me get the key.
He left the counter and went in back. A few seconds later, he came back with a rusted old key to match the rusted old lock.
Okay. I'm gonna switch to my old man voice. 20-bit.
He said. Rarity threw in a little extra per tips and said a quick thank you before taking the book and leaving. Before she could, though, he said one more thing.
Ma'am, that book you got there could be the book of your life. Use words wisely, for they are limited.
Rarity didn't get, but just said, am okay, and left the... I still love that the other stallion just immediately got up after one sentence from her. It took 30 minutes to get there, yet it felt like she wasn't wasting any time. She walked in and spoke to a mayor at the desk.
Yes, I made a reservation. I am Rarity.
The mayor looked up but didn't say anything. Man, I wanted Carolyn to have another part, but I guess not. Instead, she just got a pair of keys and hoofed them to Rarity. She walked past the mayor while still staring at her, then walked quickly. She looked at the number on the key, which was room 14. It didn't take her that long to find it. She immediately spotted it and walked. You're getting a little better at spelling immediately, by the way. She gasped in surprise when she turned the corner, though. There, standing in front of the room next to hers, was the same stallion she saw on the street. Oh my god, it's him,
He's
guys.
come back. That's
It's
great.
him!
She didn't hesitant. She didn't hesitant. She called him and waved. The stallion groaned at the sight of her. Rarity walked up to him and said,
Hello, darling. Do you remember me?
The stallion just stood there staring at her. All he said was,
Yes.
then went into his room. Rarity sighed again. There she was, trying to make a new friend when all she has to do is relax. She unlocked her door with the keys the mayor at the counter gave her, and it opened. For a small motel, her room was quite beautiful. She sat 2 bags against the wall. It was all she brought. Ever since that day, what is this, like her period or something? Everything has been hard for her. She lied down on the bed in the room as she remembered what the elder stallion had told her at the bookstore.
Use words wisely, for they are limited.
Author's note. Hello, I am new to the fandom and I just posted my first ever story. I hope to finish it in time for the season 4 finale. I wanted to post on February 19th, but I got too excited and almost peed.
Is this really your first story, Magane?
Yeah, that description was written for the ARG I was creating.
But is this actually your first story?
It is, and when I say this, this is the version that was allowed on FimFiction, I mean I would include other characters' dialogue within the same paragraphs of other characters' dialogue.
Oh, okay, all right, fair enough.
The accident, the incident happened. I think it was an accident. I don't know. I was like really into The Secret Life of Rarity at the time, and there's a scene in that story where she gets hit by like a runaway cart, so that's going downhill, and I guess I just based it off that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, before we end, empty plot filler about my story, I believe, said, reading it must be terrible. No, this is yours. Reading it must be terrible. Hearing it out loud, I'm loving it. Yeah, for sure. This is for your story, Mugany. For both of these stories, yeah, reading it out loud was kind of painful, as having to play myself in a story that was a self-insert was, I think I've reflected finally, and I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that story.